In the heart of Northern California's vast and whispering woods, a legend was lived, not told. It was a story woven not from words, but from the silent dedication of an old forest ranger named Raymond, and the unwavering loyalty of a soul he had saved. Raymond was more than a ranger.
It's not fair.
He was a steadfast guardian of the wild.
We need backup
For over
at the
4
North
decades,
Ridge.
his life was
There's
a
been
testament
an
to
incident.
selfless service. His hands as weathered as the maps he used. His heart as deep as the forest he loved. Even in retirement, his spirit remained tethered to the trails. His small cabin became a sanctuary, a place where wounded deer found respite and abandoned creatures discovered compassion. It was on one of his daily patrols that tragedy, indifferent and swift, struck. The sun beat down mercilessly, but Raymond's concern was for a wild deer caught in a previous night's storm. As he stepped from his battered truck, a searing pain clenched his chest, pulling him to the ground. The forest he had listened to for so long was now the only witness to his struggle. Though found by his comrades, the efforts to revive him were in vain. The guardian of the woods was gone, leaving a silence that was heavier than any sound. The news spread, a ripple of sorrow, through the ranger station and the community. They honoured his final wish, to be buried in the earth he protected. The funeral was a quiet, sombre affair in a grassy clearing, attended by those whose lives he had touched. And then, as if summoned by a bond that transcended death, a figure emerged from the tree line. It was Duke, a large black dog Raymond had found injured and starving nearly a decade prior. He had nursed him back to health and given him his freedom. No one had seen him in years. With a dignity that hushed the crowd, Duke walked straight to the wooden platform where Raymond lay. He sniffed the air, let out a soft, guttural whine, and lay down, resting his head beside his old friend. It was a farewell that needed no translation. The procession to the gravesite was followed by a silent, 4-legged mourner. When Raymond's body was lowered into the ground, Duke sat, a statue of grief. And then, as the finality of the moment settled, he lifted his muzzle to the sky and released a howl, a long, piercing cry of loss that seemed to tear through the very fabric of the forest. It was a sound of pure, unadulterated love and sorrow, a eulogy more eloquent than any speech. In the days and weeks that followed,
It's not fair.
Duke did not leave. He became a
We need
permanent
backup
fixture at the
at the
grave,
North
a living
Ridge.
monument to
There's
loyalty.
been an incident.
Hikers would bring him food, and rangers would sit with him, understanding that they were in the presence of a love so profound it refused to end. The story of the old ranger and the dog who never forgot became woven into the legacy of those hills. A timeless reminder that the most powerful bonds are those forged in kindness and remembered with the heart.